Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I probably look a little bit different. I decided to give a day off of my whole contacts. I do wear contacts. I'm completely blind without glasses or contacts. So today we're going to be reviewing a very brand new foundation. I'm super excited to be reviewing this guy. And that is the Too Faced Peach Perfect Comfort Matte Foundation. I'm super excited about this. This whole collection is absolutely stunning. I have my eye on the eyeshadow palette. I have not picked it up yet. If you guys have any opinions on it, please let me know in the comment section down below. If you guys think I should get it or not. It is $45, which is kind of pricey. This foundation I think is like $. I was gonna get the primer, but then I was like, ugh, I don't know if I want to spend $30 more on a primer. So if I hear really good things about it, I'll definitely check it out. But for now, I'm just gonna stick to the foundation and see how this works. So I'm gonna go ahead and read the claims on this foundation. This is a foundation infused with refreshing peach and sweet fig cream in our exclusive comfort wear long wearing 14-hour formula. It is photo friendly, smooth, flawless, and comfortable with a soft focus velvety finish. So that's awesome. So I'm excited to see. It doesn't have any type of SPF, but it does say that it is transfer resistant and it is a medium coverage foundation. So don't expect for this to be like anything too crazy. Now this does have 1.6 ounces, which is pretty awesome, especially for the price. You get a lot of product in here. Can we just talk about how bomb this packaging looks? Like, oh my gosh, I'm living. So I'm gonna go ahead and actually have to take off my glasses, so I probably won't see very well right now because I just want to make sure I get everywhere. But I already went ahead and did some moisturizing. I went ahead and used my Matte Fix Plus, and I also went ahead and used my Kiehl's Ultra Face Deep Moisturizer, which is right here. I'm gonna go ahead and use my LA Girl Smoothing Primer. The reason I like to use this one is because it does a really good job of kind of minimizing my texture because it gets really nasty over here. I went ahead and used my Smashbox Primer Oil for the rest of my face, but on my cheek area, because that is where I have some texture that I would like to be smoothed out and reduced a little bit. Just want to target those areas. So now I'm going to go ahead and take the foundation and just open it. It does have a pump, which is super awesome. And I'm going to go ahead and squirt some out. So the product is not really runny. I mean, it's running a little bit, but it's not like anything too crazy. So what I'm going to go ahead and do is I'm going to go ahead and do this side of my face with the Beauty Blender, as you guys know, and just apply it everywhere. It smells really good. It actually reminds me of the Hangover Primer scent. It smells like that. I think we need a little bit more. This definitely is one of those matte foundations that you have to build on. It's not one of those like really cakey, like full coverage matte foundations. It's not that. So that can be a really good thing and a not so good thing. So just keep that in mind when you're thinking about purchasing this foundation. So you guys can see the difference. Completely not covered and completely covered. So I'm gonna put on my glasses real quick so I can actually see what's going on. So I think with the sponge, it's pretty good. It is damp and everything, but I think it does a really good job of not absorbing too much of the product, but still keeping it enough to where as though you know you have some foundation on. So I'm gonna go ahead and just do the next side. Take these bad boys off again, using my Real Techniques brush that I always use. And we're just gonna see how that applies. I love that packaging, and I love that it comes with a pump. Like, pumps are my life. So I'm gonna say that this is definitely a color that you wanna build up, because I went in and you can still see it even with a brush, which doesn't absorb any product, at least for me. And you can still see that it literally is not covering everything. Okay, I'm gonna go in with one more layer because this is not covering what it needs to cover. I need it to cover more, especially with this redness that I have going on. It does smell good, but I'm kind of scared that because it does have fragrance in it, that my skin is going to react and it's going to start itching or hurting throughout the day, because my skin is super sensitive to a lot of fragrance. It definitely is more of that medium coverage for sure. So I'm glad that like it says medium coverage so that you know what you're getting yourself into, as opposed to some foundations that say full coverage and you're like, why is this full coverage when it's literally a medium coverage foundation? So let's go ahead and see how this looks up close. Down here you can still see some redness, even though I've gone with the brush so many times. It really looks kind of like brown ashy. I don't know what it is. I'm sure that on camera it looks just fine, but in person I'm like, why do I look like this? I feel like this is weird. Oh, okay, so I was wrong. The foundation actually is $36, not $34. So it's $36, and they have a lot of light shades. I don't know if you guys can see that. They have a lot of light shades, and then they only have pretty much 2 dark shades that, you know, could fulfill my darker ladies, but still that's not enough. And then my shade was the third last one. So after my shade are the darker shades. What I'm going to go ahead and do right now is I'm going to go ahead and conceal as much as I possibly can and see how that goes. And then I'm going to come back and see if this looks better. Hopefully it doesn't oxidize even more, because then it will not be good. So I'll see you guys in a second. So I am back. I finished my entire face of makeup. I am so sorry if there's like a reflection on my glasses. I just won't be able to see anything if I don't have them on. And it was already hard itself when I was applying the foundation and I couldn't really see. So I just want to quickly talk about this foundation, because you guys saw that my final reaction as I was applying it was not very pleasant. The color was just oxidized. It looked so nasty, honestly. The color looked awful. So I just didn't really get to like dissect the foundation itself as I was freaking out. I went ahead and used my Tarte Shape Tape. I highlighted up here, my nose, and down here, because down here it was really looking awful. Like, it was so dark. It literally looked like I had a mustache. I don't think on camera you could have seen it really, really well. But in person, I was like, I can't go out like this. Like, I literally like had my mind made up that this was awful and that I was just gonna go ahead and return it and just stop the video. But then I was like, you know what? I need to relax. I'm gonna power through this and I'm gonna try to make this work. So I feel like the color range is awful, honestly. Do not order online if you don't know your shade. Go in store. It sucks for me because my local Sephora doesn't have this collection. It's a little bit further for me to like actually go and test it out. If I were to really like this formula, then I would say I would probably go ahead and do that. But it's too early for me to tell if this formula is gonna be a hit or miss for me. Like, now it's starting to look more like a grayish color. So like, it doesn't match my neck. My neck is like much more like golden, and I feel like up here it's much more like neutral. So I don't know, like even when I saw the shade below this one, it just looked way too light for me. So I was like, you know what, I'm gonna go darker, because I feel like when I go a little bit darker, I can easily fix it. But now I feel like this color definitely isn't gonna suit me. And the fact that this color is so close to the last 2 shades, which are meant to be for more darker skinned people, freaks me out, because I'm like, wait, if this color is not working out on me and looks kind of like grayish now and just like I'm ashy, then how is the other colors, the other 2 colors, going to fulfill people that are much darker? As for the texture and as for the finish, it definitely is more of a matte finish. I wouldn't say it's like matte, but it definitely has that matte consistency. My forehead usually is one of the first areas where you can really tell if it's gonna be matte or not, because it'll instantly shine if it's not, and it will instantly just look normal if it is. And I must say that my forehead looks like I'm wearing a powder. I did not add powder at all. I left the powder out because I was just freaking out about the color, that I was like, let me deal with that stuff later if I need to. But like, there's no shine right here. It literally looks like I powdered it. So for the whole consistency and the formula, I feel like it definitely is one of those foundations that is more on that matte side. It speaks true to what it says. Yeah, those are my first initial impressions, and I'm gonna be back probably, it is now 2 p.m. I'm gonna probably be back around 6:30, 7, and give you guys my final thoughts. So I'll see you guys then. So I don't even know where to start. I don't think you guys understand how frustrating this product is, and like there's literally like, I don't know what I don't believe this, like transfer resistant. This shit is like transferring down here. This whole lower layer of my face does not have foundation on. Like it won't stay. It's really annoying and it's like super frustrating. Next thing that I want to address, there's definitely oil peeking through. I would say it's like a soft matte. For somebody that has normal to combo skin, I feel like this would be matte for them. For somebody that has oily skin, this is not going to be matte. It's shining through. Now I don't want to sit here because I feel like most of the video I spent complaining about things I didn't like. I personally really like Too Faced. I love their palettes. I have all of their palettes. Love them, love what they do, love their concepts, love how cute they make their packaging, love what they stand for. I'm actually going to go ahead and get the Candy Johnson collection because I love Candy. Their liquid lipsticks are really, really good too. I own some and I love them. But this is not my favorite. Last thing that I didn't like about this foundation is that throughout the past few hours, my skin has literally been itching, like irritating. Like I'm about to take this foundation off because I just can't handle it. So, I mean, I think you guys probably understand my frustration, especially when you go and you're so excited about a product and you love the packaging, you're like, oh my god, this is gonna be so perfect and cute. I just wish that it worked for me. I wish the color range worked for me. Do not buy this online. Go to the store unless you for sure know that that's your shade. I would even recommend, honestly, getting samples and trying that at home and then coming back and deciding if it's worth it. I think that for me, this is gonna be a no. This is not worth the buy at all. I'd rather buy a foundation that will definitely hold up through the day, not be like missing a rim of foundation, and also something that is not gonna irritate my skin. I really have been loving the YSL foundation. This has been like my ride or die lately. I love it. I think I'm gonna have to get a darker shade. The shade range sucks. The shade range has been sucking in a lot of foundation products. Let's just be honest. I know and I've heard that the Rihanna, the Fenty Beauty is gonna have 40 shades. I am so ready to get that foundation. You don't even know. Like I'm ready. September 8th can't come soon enough. I swear I will be one of the first people to have a review for that foundation because I am ready. So these people need to learn because the shade ranges in a lot of makeup companies nowadays are lacking, or they're not offering a good amount of shade ranges that people need. So I would just say hold off on certain products right now and wait for something better to come along. I'm hoping that the Rihanna Fenty Beauty line will have really, really good formulas in their foundation. But like I said, the Too Faced is gonna have to be a big fail for me. I was so disappointed in this foundation. It's been a while since I've been disappointed, and I'm ready to take this shit off of my face. If you guys have tried this foundation, then please let me know what you think. If you guys have more positive thoughts, then I would love to hear those as well. If there's any other foundation that you want me to try that you're just dying to know about, then please go ahead and comment down below as well. I would love to review more foundations. I know I have tunnel vision for that Fenty Beauty foundation coming out in like 2 days. So don't worry guys, I'm coming with that very, very soon. Please don't forget to thumbs up this video if you enjoyed watching my worth the buy or not videos. And if you're new to my channel, welcome. I know this probably wasn't the best experience. It was a very negative review, but I would love for you to stay because I always give you the real dirt on foundations and I never lie. I keep it 100 because I know how pricey makeup can be and I wouldn't want you to spend your hard-earned bucks on something that's not worth it. So that being said, I'll be seeing you guys very, very soon for a brand new video. Bye guys.